All right. Welcome everyone to the first team meeting of 2023. Yeah. 2023. Ready for 2023. All right.
Tell me something good.
All right. Tell me something great. First team of the year. What's happening? What's a great thing that happened to you? It could even be great happened in 2022 or just happened in 2023. Well,
Because I have a possible lead, somebody out in Oakland wants to buy out here, so.
Nice.
congratulations, Chris Lee. I'm working hard. If you see these guys, they've been hanging out in the conference room, working late, making calls, doing phone calls, trying to make business work. So, congrats. Anyone else? Something great.
Well, I had a successful event last Saturday and handing out clothing. I just wanted to say thank you to the team here for donating clothing. So many people have done that. That is helping to support them and their fun. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. No? Alicia,
I am very blessed.
what's that?
I am very blessed and thank you and thankful
Mm.
that she's come along and join us. She's a half choir. And so, we have good fortune of selling her house last year. And she's also a family friend. So,
Hey.
You come in. That's right. You can add, don't forget, some of your past clients will also want to be aided as well, right? So, good source for lead. Anyone else? Tell me something great. I know there's great stuff out there.
My name is Robert. I just set my first appointment yesterday. It was successful and hopefully will be leading to a close in the near future.
That sounds so great. There's great stuff out there. So yeah, I went to Washington DC with my family between Christmas and New Year. And it was a lot of fun. We went to the spine. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I feel like, wow, that's a lot of stuff that happens. You didn't even know about. Went to the Spine Museum. If you haven't been to the African American History Museum, the newest one, you should see that. It's a very moving, very moving. Actually, they had a whole section on redlining and real estate. And different things. So I was like, whoa. I took some pictures and like, it's all that. So. Anyone, tell me something great.
Yeah, I'm Sterling. Just came from Chicago. It's cold. And my 23-year-old nephew just graduated from Navy boot camp. He is 6'7", 145. Oh my God. All right. It's like spot him. His head was above everybody else.
Anybody else? Football team? My gosh.
And he was a size 15.
And she just got licensed, so she got her insurance license.
You always dream when, like, you know, your kids can take over all that you built, and a lot of times it doesn't happen. So when it does happen, it's pretty exciting, right? So congratulations. Anyone else? Well, hold on, Jenny.
My dad is taking his real estate license.
What?
All my showings and then I'm actually titling to my operations manager. Because that experience, background.
That's awesome. Hey, you don't have to go outside to get your talent, right? It's in the family, right? Awesome. Congrats. Oh. Go right there.
Me? Okay. So to further my quest to retire on the Big Island of Hawaii, I am now studying for my Hawaii license.
Couple good pieces here, great pieces. My little sister just graduated University of North Texas last month, and she's in with Keller Williams as a marketing director for one of the top teams in Dallas Fort Worth area.
Nice.
Great college, I'm pretty excited. Little brother graduates next year. And then last but not least, the Niners made the playoffs.
Exactly, don't you make it here?
My parents things.
It's okay.
Seeing what my old neighborhood was like when my daughter, where I grew up, was a good experience. And I fought with United on getting there on the way back. They tried their damnedest to beat me there, but
Yeah, but you made it.
Jumps on the RPG team, right?
Did you tell her how you had to walk 5 miles to school in the snow? Uphill both ways.
she can stand out the front door and see the sky.
Thank you everyone for sharing. Welcome to the family. We've got a few new additions here for you guys. Reach. Hey, stand up, tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Angel.
I'm Heather.
You go there. I'm Howard, you want to talk to Spanish? You can go either way, and I got my license last month. Before this, I was working on the roofer person. So I was building the homes and all.
Nice telephone. And your hand will be a lot softer now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead, reach.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here. Hi
How's it
guys,
going?
how are you guys doing today? Good. Well, my name's Lanye. I just recently signed with the brokerage, I think about 2 weeks ago. I am 6 months pregnant. It's my first baby. He will be here around April or so. Before this, I was actually running my own cleaning business, so hopefully I can apply that to real estate somehow and get this thing going. That's pretty right. Well,
Great meeting you. You'll be a rock star. And do this well for you. So congratulations to everyone who joined. Just closed from December 16th to January 10th. So we haven't had a team meeting for 3 weeks. So last 3 weeks, they didn't even close during New Year's. Michael and Taylor, 10 closes from Christmas to New Year's.
Close 10.
On that, I'll say congratulations. 6 part, you guys are rock stars. Andre's team closed 5. Bobby Atkins team closed 1 in commercial, 3 transactions during that time. Eternity, Dennis, Francine, Jenny, Jose, Amethyst, Eddie, Jose, Matthew, Letitia, Norman, Julian, sorry, Lindsay, and Vicky. Congratulations on everyone's closing. When a lot of agents take a break, when it hits around Thanksgiving, December, and the agents that don't take a break end up closing a lot more deals. So, how would you like to close 10 in 3 weeks? Yes.
yeah.
All right, so now it's time to pitch your listings. All right, now we have listings.
We have one going live today, 3695 Gozo Island. It's a 3-bedroom plus loft, 2.5 bath in West Shore, 555. And then we have a condo, the 1-bedroom, 1-bath, floor plan in Amara going live today at 309.
Mara, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the upgrades on that? Is that the 1700 model
For what?
for Gaza?
I think it's 1963 or something.
Okay, so the bigger one.
Yeah, I think 19 something. 1963 or 1951. I'll have to check.
Francine,
Okay, Woodland, in Woodland, I've got a listing that's been there a couple of months, we've lowered it a couple of times. It's at the threshold of the comps at 548, it's a 3.2. I think what's keeping it from selling is that it only has a 2-car garage, 2-car carport. Great neighborhood though, it's near the hospital, 548, 3.2, 1,700 square feet. Bring me a buyer.
let's help
Or
us sell.
There's open houses.
Open houses, all right, open houses then. Anyone know the open houses and buyers?
We got 3 going live, 1 in Carmichael, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,400 square feet, corner lot, RV access.
Three-car garage.
No. Well, we can add a garage. And hook up for your RV and the sewer dedicated line. Give me 649, all new siding, new floors, really nicely staged. We got one in Stockton.
Yeah.
3-car garage. Single story, 1,500 square feet, RV access. 425.
Oh, that's a-
Yeah,
Where is it in stock?
in Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Edgewater in Marysville. We have a 4-3 full bedroom, bathroom downstairs, 475, 2,400 square feet, big backyard, 3-car garage
Okay.
for 475.
I know cardboard up here.
No cardboard. Build one.
Congratulations.
Oh, Burner. 2, 3, 4, 5 Montana, 3-1, fully remodeled, big backyard, completely redone and flipped for $369.
No RV access.
We can make
Build a ramp over the house.
the front yard. That's all.
Rich?
We got one line in Folsom right now, 102 Coffeeberry Court. It's in American River Canyon, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, over 2,000 square feet. Couple updates there. It's on about a 1/4 acre lot with a pool. We're re-entering the market tomorrow. We have open house opportunity.
Where is it?
750 American River Canyon.
In
It's
Folsom.
only 300 HOA annually. Roads and everything. Nice big lot. There is possible RV access, no carport, 2-car garage.
And this is it's a great family community. If you
Our-
walk there, like half the neighborhood's walking. At the same time. It's like Wisteria Lane, everyone is there.
I'm gonna tell you the buyers, during our open houses, our sellers go across the street to their friend's house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice little. community.
All right,
750.
750, American Canyon, live the dreams. Next time.
Coming up, it'll be available March 1st, but I just want to put it out there. A 2-bedroom, 1-bath rental, that'll be around $1,795, which is a pretty reasonable price for a house on a corner lot with good sized backyard. And the owner's taking care of the landscaping, and so it's gonna be a nice little property. Keeping in mind that some people have to give a 30-day notice, so I'm just sort of putting it out there now.
Where is it?
In the Heights, off of Marysville, on a nice little street, there's a lot of activity, Clay Street, where homes are being remodeled there. I think a lot of investors are starting to look at that inexpensive, small property.
Yeah, when the heights are gentrifying.
It could be happening there. So across the street, there are 2 houses being redone. Another house across the street has already been done, so, yeah, a lot of activity on there.
Congrats. Anyone else? Get your listings? All right. Just so you know, Alicia.
I'm sorry. I debated whether to bring this up.
Well, you did already.
One listing on the Orchard Lane area, neighborhood there.
Right, right, right.
The sellers want 799, 790, the amount that has a pool. It used to be a model. It can be a 5-bedroom, but right now it's set up for like entertainers, house, it just has 1 corner that is something like a bar. Area, and has 2 fireplaces. The master bedroom has a fireplace with an additional student room. Over 3,000 square feet. RV pad. Only neighbors on one side.
Orchard Lane?
What part of is that?
It's West Potomac, they call it West Potomac.
Okay.
You know where South Potomac is on the west side.
Right now, we're opening an orchard, on 2 rivers.
You don't have it.
Check.
All right, just so you know, if a listing is coming up, remember, you can see it within the brokerage. It is posted on our Facebook account. every week. So just go ahead and go to our Facebook group page. You'll see unlisted coming up listings that nowhere else is not out on the marketplace yet, so that you can look at them. If you want, are interested, it looks like something, contact the agent. All right? Hi. Don't you know that one of our spotlight vendors, longtime lender in our area, good friend Monty Maxwell, recently passed away. So, you don't know, but Monty's been he's a very good friend to me. So I don't know if you know Monty, he was a coach a long time at Henderson High School on their foundation board, did a lot of fundraising for them. A man who you can ask him for help for anything, he would be there for you. He was a fixture in this community, and he was taken quite dramatically from us. We'll miss him, and he is going to have his wake is going to happen on the 28th. So please mark that calendar. We will get you details, but we know it's going to happen on the 28th. And we want to support him and his family during this time. So, so just remember, life is short. Appreciate what you have. Live every day like, and do what you need to be doing and what you want. Market Center, save the dates. You have a flyer in front of you. If you can't get the QR code, so don't worry. Bobby and Chad are teaching you how to learn how to hunt for deals. Or investment deals, I should say. Investor Meetup 2022, they are starting an Investor Meetup. So if you want to be part of that as well, that is happening as well. On Wednesday, next Wednesday at 11 o'clock in this room, we're going to have Robert Brand come in. He's covered your assets training. This is a mandatory compliance training. It will be on Zoom as well, so you can log on Zoom. It's going to talk about AVIDs, NHDs, and way agents get sued and how not to get sued. What you should do. Yes, Bruce.
Correction, it is only on Zoom.
It's only on Zoom, but we'll have him here. If you want to sit here, we'll have a full house here that he'll be on Zoom. And he'll be talking about how agents are getting sued now, their how they should fill out their AVID, how they should.
In order to avoid the.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. And also, Zach Younger, our regional tech trainer, is coming over to Shift and Overdrive in our office. It's happening on January 19th in the morning from 10 to 12. Just so you know, he will be here teaching at that time. We recommend you come in. He's a special guest, and we're happy to bring him here. He's going to talk about how to shift with your technology. All right. Ignite is returning starting next week, Wednesday, January 18th. The toolkit's there. It'll be starting. So if you are newer and still haven't finished your Ignite series, please note it is starting again January 18th. It'll be from 1 to 3 in the afternoon, Wednesdays and Thursdays. 1 to 3 in the afternoon, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and that is coming back up. And this time it'll be only by Zoom, not live. It's only Zoom. Okay? You haven't finished? Regional dates. Just so you know, Train the Presenter is coming back. If you have ever wanted to improve your skills in presenting, maybe you're doing homebuyer seminars and you would like to do them better, and you're a little bit afraid, and not afraid, but you don't come off the way you want to come off in that presentation. This is a great class I've taken. It's a 2-day class, happening in Folsom, Train the Presenter. Also, if you ever thought about being a presenter within KW, I want to teach content, right? I want to coach or teach content. This is also the path you would take. If you take these classes, then it will put you on the path to becoming a certified instructor in KW. And then you can tour around and teach certain classes. So if you want that, that is a great class. Also, family reunion. Who's going family reunion? Francine, Parm. It is happening in Anaheim. If you cannot get in a car and get to Anaheim, there's something wrong. So
You take a train?
you can do what?
You take a train?
I take a train. But family reunion, it is our annual event. We expect to have 30,000 agents there. It is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a lot of great content. You're gonna be blown away, trust me. You need to go. It is happening in Anaheim. Please reserve. The hotels are booking up. The prices are going up on the tickets. So if you want this, and we can even pay for a ticket out of a closed commission. So if you have something closing, just tell us. We'll make sure you get a ticket, okay?
Better yet, tell your TC and have them added as a deduction.
Command training is happening, just so you know, these are right now in command. You can just register to take these trainings, build a 100K pipeline in 90 days. So who wants a 100K pipeline in 90 days? Go ahead and do it through command. Also implement your plan. It's going to tell you how to take your goals and plans and put them into command so you can implement them in command as well. That's happening. Keep your phones out, turn on your camera.
Okay, give Sam a second.
We are going is, oh,
No, go back. I mean, what is culture about?
all right, what is culture? It's ready now. This is, this, yeah.
This is a good one. It's
Cheers
gonna
to
be
the
fun.
young. It's not here to the young, this is here to everybody. It's geared toward the tech savvy, how's that?
Thank God. But, yep, the winner gets a gift card.
So Full Spectrum is doing $10 off any service and a $25
Or
Mastercard.
25 flyers. Okay, $25.
or 25 complimentary flyers.
So if you want easy flyers, I don't even have to print them, free from Full Spectrum Marketing Services. Get in there, we got Joe, oh.
Juju, Ruth.
Juju?
Rich to log in. Oh, he's from here.
So log in, everyone in?
Here.
If you're online Zoom, log in, get in there. It's QR code, get in there.
Yeah, good.
Oh, they get in there.
Look, so they handled it.
And you can go to www.kahoot.it if you want to as well. So that's it. You in, Dexter?
Yep.
Oh, even old dog can do this. For young grads.
I don't see my name up here.
Dexter, you're probably the number.
No, I'll have the number.
Oh, okay.
Delete it.
You said I'm in, but I don't see my name up here.
There. No, are you in there? Dexter, put Dexter.
You're in.
Are you Purple Dragon 72?
You're good. Is your phone say you're in?
Yeah.
Then you're good. It just isn't showing all 24 people. All right, we're ready.
Okay, the theme is what KW culture, our theme for 2023 is culture, right? So,
Do it.
ready? How do you know KW culture? This favorite's a long time KW. With this line. What is the second line of our KW mission? To build careers worth having. What's the second line? Is it business worth having, business worth owning, lives worth living, technology worth using? What is it? What's the second? You don't know our mission, our KW mission? Come on, people. Yes. Next.
Oh,
Okay.
Good job.
Good job. Okay, I'm getting back here at Jenny, second place.
I'm complaining.
What was the third line of our mission? We have having business worth owning. Type your answer. What's the next line of our mission?
Huh?
We need to redo the invitation, obviously.
Like this. That's your kid. Sure.
Now I can hold this on bar. I can do what a problem with that. A spotlight vendor knows our mission. What's up? This is what legacies were.
This seems like a trend.
Oh, no,
Yeah, no background.
can't go back.
Come on, you guys are KWA. I said like, Chris and you guys have been here a long time. Oh, I'm sorry.
Put me back #1.
Experiences we're giving. Alex goes up. Oh, Alex is still lit. Jacqueline's coming up. Hey. All right. Oh, Mark's up there too. Okay. What is the 5th line of our mission? Gotta give it away. Gotta give it away. Together, everyone achieves more. Results through the people. Legacies worth leaving.
It's definitely gotta be the goal.
Results through the people. This is where experience with giving. Get on, results through people. Now with the
Put me back on
#1. All right, let's do the new one.
That coach.
Is that like
Put me back.
Oh, Alex, it's taking. Remember, it scores you on speed of answer too. So speed. Fill in the blank, fill in the blank.
Oh, you're killing me.
God, blank, then business. What's our value proposition? God, blank, then business. What?
Family. Family. Yeah, that. Family. Family.
Lead generator.
Yeah, put me on. That was much better.
I can answer this one. Got to spell this wrong. You're killing them. Our mission to be the blank, to be the real estate blank for agents and their customers. What is our vision? To be the real estate blank for agents and their customers. What's the answer? Vision at KW.
Visionary.
don't fix that.
What is it? All right. Here it comes. Here it comes. The white for C2T, what does the W stand for?
Nobody know that. Wait, the W was.
Stand for the Y for C2T. It's right on the wall over there.
You did.
What wall?
The red wall over there.
W stand.
What does the W stand for?
Free word.
Why? Why? Oh,
That's right.
What is the first C in the Y4C2T? What is the first C? Creativity, customers, commitment, communication.
Stay away from
Cold calling. What is the first C in the Y4C2T? Communication?
Communication.
Did you like that?
No.
Oh, let's come first. Oh, two more questions here. This is one is not one of the 4 models of the not one of the 4 models. Lead generation, profit, expansion, organization.
What?
Bro, I sold.
Seven, expansion is not one of them. Lead generation, budget organization, what's the other one?
Sold, so.
Economic.
We're cloud. What is culture?
What is culture? I can answer, what is culture? What is culture? What is culture?
I don't know, man.
What is culture to you? What is culture to you?
Here's the hint,
When
no
you
wrong
say
answer,
culture-
no wrong answer.
Oh, already answered.
Culture. What does culture mean to you?
Oh,
You got 35 seconds. Hard.
It's hard.
well, I already answered.
Dig deep. Dig deep. What is culture to you?
What is culture to Kyla?
You can't fight that much.
Yeah, you have to be brief, okay?
Hey, Justin, you treat spell it correctly.
A lot of work. One word?
Hey, Justin,
Let's go.
you treat spell it correctly.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Spell it right, spell it right. 3, 2, 1.
Please.
Let's see what we got. Val Nord working together, community Nord's passion, making the future food science community ours.
Andy Sabudio!
Yes, John.
She looked at the answer.
As a spotlight vendor, I don't think it's right for me to take away from the moment here, but Parm definitely takes me to lead, so.
Congratulations, Mark. Congratulations, Andy, as
Andy
well.
won. I'm sorry, you guys, there was confusion. Andy won.
Oh, good.
Thank
So-
you.
Congratulations, she got 7 out of
We'll get
9.
that.
right? So I just want to note that Alex is spotlight vendor is third. Gotta work on it. You gotta work hard, folks. Thank you for participating. So that's a little bit of culture. We're gonna bring that every team meeting, so you're gonna have a little bit of fun, and we're gonna try to educate you on.
Not every team meeting, y'all, but we're gonna.
Every team meeting,
Here and there.
here, every team.
Hey, wait.
All right. All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what happened in 2022. So. In this upper quarter is home sales. This is still estimate projected. We don't have the final numbers quite yet. But did you know that in 2021 we sold 6.1 million homes, which was really high, a really high amount. In 2022, we're projecting we dropped all the way down to about 4.9 or 5 million homes sold across the United States. That's a pretty dramatic drop. It's about a 20-30% drop. So just so you know, and actually at the beginning of the year, they were projecting it to be higher. So literally what the Fed did starting around May and April to slow it down, has really slowed things down. And you can see it dramatically drop the number of transactions in the second half of the year. So I want you to note that. Most people are projecting that it will actually be lower in 2023. Most are projecting that it'll be probably around 4.5, between 4 and 4.5 million sales in 2023. So if I took that from the top of 6.1, we're talking about a 35% drop in sales overall that most people are prognosticating for 2020. Now, how many of you know how much real estate you want to sell in 2023? Is it less than 4 million?
Yes.
Okay, so you're okay then. If it's less than 4 million, there's enough home sales. Do you think there's enough home sales in Sacramento for your goal?
Yeah.
So I want to note this, when I say these numbers, mentally, they're daunting, but when I talk about your personal business, they're irrelevant to your personal business. Now, they're daunting to consumers and they have fear around that, so you have to work on that fear. But just so you know, this is what they're seeing online, and that's what people are feeding them, so you have to overcome those fears. But to your personal business, it doesn't matter. You can see Michael and Taylor close at 10, right? My team has 5 escrows going, right? It is not, there is still a portion of the populace that will always move. And it's actually about 60 to 70% of the populace will always move because of need, death, growth, transfer, whatever, you know, downsizing. They have a need that they want that's overriding for the family that they'll do it despite the market, right? And so just note that you're going to have to go to necessity, right? I want to point this, home prices annually, 351, we projected about ending at home prices nationally at 395,000 nationally. That's just shows you how expensive California is. But nationally, that's how far we got projected at this price level. Think about that. If you draw a line that says the average, what would be the average if we added up all the years and just worked for the average and then create a curve? That curve says, well, and normally we should be 343,000 on average. We ended at 395. So you can talk when we talk about affordability issues, we talk about pricing issues getting priced out. This, you notice we were fine until COVID kicked in, right? And then what happened is that went in and lowered rates. They dumped a bunch of money in the mortgage market to lower rates. And they helicoptered a bunch of money to people. And people got to work wherever they wanted. And what happened is it drove up the prices, right? It drove up demand. So essentially, we're correcting. What happened is the government overheated the market. It wouldn't have normally have done that way. They overheated it purposely to not go into a recession. And now, guess what? We have to go into a recession likely to cool it back down. So just know, most people project it's going to go down that trend line that we will see a reduction in pricing, and we're already seeing softening in pricing in Sacramento. And you're seeing it. Some people are trying to hold the line with just, I'll hold my price but get credits, right? So you're going to see some of that, but it's not going to bottom out. Don't worry. We still in California, we have a housing shortage. But I just want to note that. In Sacramento especially, we have a housing shortage. And we have too many people living here and not enough homes for those people. And you'll see that because rents are still extremely high, right? The first time when you see there's saturation in too many homes, you'll start seeing rents declining because people are having choice at that point. But you see, because rents are still extremely high and holding, that you see that our housing market is still pretty tight. So just know, prices are not going to tank because in the end, it's still, remember economics 101 in high school, right? Supply and demand. There's not enough supply for the amount of demand. Even with reduced demand, there's still not enough supply, right? So for the amount of people living. So there's always people that will want to buy a home. They may not be able to afford to buy a home right now, but there's people always living in Sacramento right now that will want to get out of their rental or get out with living with their parents and buy a home, right? So, all right. Whew. All right. Housing inventory annually, and I wanted to note this. This is sort of the trend line at 6%. About most of the people say it's healthy if we sell about households in the United States sell about 6% of households move on average about every year if you average it out over time. That means, so that should tell you if you're door knocking or cold calling, you're going to talk to someone that's likely thinking about moving 6 out of those 100 calls or 6 out of those 100 doors you're knocking. So just if you want to think about ratios on average. But you can see inventory. How many months of inventory? You can see ever since 2011, we've been fine. And when I talk about our market being too tight, our supply is restricted, it's this. You see it. That even though the only time we were above a 6-month inventory level was when we had the Great Recession, literally in Sacramento, and nationally, and it went down before that. I can say it's even Sacramento is still averaging in the 2-month range. But I will say for our area, you can already see it. Some of you guys are writing offers. I see a lot of offers because I'm doing some auditing, and I see credits all over the place. Select credits, 2-1 buy downs, right? All that stuff. I'm seeing it. So what's happening is that Sacramento is already pretty much a buyer's market, not extremely, but very buyer friendly, right? So just know, and I talked about this last time, Ryan Lundquist came out and says, even though that national average says 6 months of inventory is a switch, most people say after 6 months of inventory, it switches to a buyer's market versus seller's market, and everything kind of 4 to 5 to 6 kind of in between. In Sacramento, that's not really true because of a lack of inventory. Really, it's about 2 months. If we get about 2 to 3 months of inventory in the Sacramento area, we tend to see it switch to the buyer side. And you're seeing that right now. We're kind of hovering at the middle and more buyer-friendly side right now in our inventory in Sacramento market, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everyone feel daunted about it. But just so you know, this is what people are seeing, right? And I want to move forward.
Move forward.
Move forward. How many are getting the objections for sellers? Why would I trade a low interest rate for a high interest rate? Are you getting that objection? If you talk to sellers that says, I'm in a 2.75 rate, why would I move? Are you getting those? If you're not doing listing appointments. I can tell you that. We're not talking. How many says, why should I wait and buy because I could buy today would be worth less tomorrow? The market's going to tank. It's going to go down. I'm going to wait for the bottom. Are you hearing that? All right. Are you hearing interest rates are too high? Sure, you're hearing that. If you're a lender, I'm sure you're hearing that. Interest rates are too high. All right. The market is switching. Before in 2021 and 22, we were in a service-based market. Honestly, if you're an agent and you were doing some lead generation, you were an order taker. People want to move, you just had to take orders. Like make sure you do good customer service and escrow, put them in contract and all that stuff. But you're basically ignoring. The market has flipped. It is now a skills-based market. NAR is projecting within the next 12 months, 100,000 real estate agents across the United States will quit real estate.
Which is good news for us.
Yeah, so you say, yeah, less competition, right? But it's a skills-based market. Think about this. How many of you own homes right now? If you were to talk to yourself and say, hey, you should move right now, what would you say to yourself?
I'd say no.
You say no, right? You say no. So what would happen? What would you have to say to tell yourself to make it a yes?
Lower prices.
But the reason I say that is because your same reaction of I just asked you is the same reaction that people have out there. And oftentimes you're going to have to identify their motivation. Like I said, usually about 60 to 70% of people move because they have to move. They need to. So what you're going to look for, you're going to look for people that have motivation to move. Because most people, if they don't want to move, if it's just the vanity, I want a bigger house, they're not going to do it because they're locked in rate. But you're going to find people that we're looking for divorces, probates, people who want relocation, people who want to move up. We're doing 2 sell buys now because the house that they have is too small for their family now. And we're moving, right? Sell and buy, right? So think about life changes. Those are going to be things that trigger necessity moves. Those are going to be the majority of the sales that happen in this market. But just know that 60 to 70% of the sales that will happen are that. So just remember when you're lead genning, you not see those things. You see friends or family on Facebook and they're talking about something that's changing their life that needs to trigger in your head that those things are happening. Your friends or family going through something that you need to trigger those things. If you don't know how to respond to these at a high level, click this. It is objection handlers for interest rate and salary. It is a sheet. And actually, I emailed you guys. So, but just get those objection handlers. So, and as we get more, we'll put them out to you guys. But remember when I say this is a skills-based market, if you get on the phone, if you're open houses or lead gen or anything like that, it's going to require you to overcome these objections. I guarantee if you become a master at talking about interest rates are too high objection, if you're a master at overcoming that objection, you will do a lot of buyers in this market. And right now you get a buyer your goal. You put them in pretty much a contract with the credit, right? If you get a buyer, pretty much they're pre-approved your goal. So if you're a newer agent, you want to do more buyers, I'd say focus on the interest rate one because it's going to be the biggest question, biggest objection you're going to get, right? And you need to be able to handle that really well.
I'm not gonna get it.
No problem.
Got it? We'll make sure to send it.
I'll send it to her.
or, yeah.
Go back.
Oh,
All right, one thing I want to know, we also talked about this, but I want to reiterate this. How do you find people who are going through divorces, or they had a baby and they're growing outside thing, or they're getting relocated, or they had a death event? How do you find these people?
Go to a bar.
Rich and Bobby before they used to hang out at Shima. And when I first came on, like half his clients were like, you met at the bar. It's a thing. How are you as an agent likely to find these people? They're likely to be in your database. The easiest way for you to find these people is you already know them. And who's going to tell you, oh, we had a death in the family? It's only your friends and family are going to tell you. Yeah.
You can use the data for the software, called PropScreen, and you can figure out the probates, divorces.
Yeah, or you can get really, you can go hardcore on it, go foreclosures. Well, foreclosures are going to increase in this market, right? People under distress, right? Those people. And the good part about people who are getting foreclosure notices now, they have equity in their home. They're just sticking their head in the sand. So they're just waiting for an agent to come and talk to them and say, hey, it's okay. You don't need to go down the foreclosure route. We can even put money in your pocket and make this work, right? So think about this situation. So yeah, so just think about it. You can target your database. You can do specific targets, probate people. And I know several agents are targeting probates, right? But if you're just doing natural lead generation, just know the best way to start is in your database. And I just want to note it. KW did a big old study about all the agents that have their databases in command. I mean, this is really small, but I want to show you. The average agent that had between 201 to 1,000 contacts in their command, and they were 36 touching them, they were loving them, they on average made 119,510 national in commissions. Now this is national. This is national. This is not California. In California, it'd be like 200, right? Because of our pricing. Nationally, 201 plus is the key. So what is it saying? If you want a predictable 2023, you want to take the fear and the unpredictability out of it, start here, right? Start with scripts. So I get good at getting skill-based to talk to people. And I want to get good at talking to my people. I want to make sure my people are mine, right? That your call shouldn't be like, you want to bill us, or you want to buy a home in 2023. Your call should be like, hey, is everything okay in 2020? There's a lot of stuff happening in the market. Do you want to talk, right? You want to have some questions. It could even be, hey, is the storm okay? Do you need any vendors for your roof? Or get a tree. I have referrals, right? That's the calls you should be making because it's about your people. And you can see that's the line of income that people make. If you get above 5,000, the average agent is $352,000 in commission on average. So just so you know, the proportion of people that you're talking to and loving and creating a love and build around is the number, is the way that you get predictability even in down market. And I just want to note that no matter what type of market, the only lead generation technique that works, and no matter what market it is your database. Because in the end, if you love your people, they will always buy and sell at some point. Right. All right. Are we getting real? All right. I just want to note that in this market, you're going to feel angst if you're not actively lead generating and you're not good at scripts. You will not get appointments. You will not get listing appointments. You will not get leads just because you're not providing what people need. And most people, as you said, when I said, hey, you should sell your house right now and buy another one, and you guys are like, no, that's the same thing that most people are going to be saying, right? So you have to identify motivation. We're good? Any ahas, questions? All right. If you're worried about getting, how do I get to 201? How do I do this in command? What do I do? Why does this work? Come to this class. I've already promoted. Zach is coming to teach. Shifted to Overthrive, January 19th, here in this office, 10 to 12. Please show up to that class. And Vincent's been doing it, but we will help you get there, right? So get there. All right. We have a little bit left. I want to bring in our lunch sponsor, Rose.
So some of you, how many of you are familiar with builders, new home builders out here? Okay, So I'm just here to present our newest community that we just opened up in July in Wheatland, California. Now, in Wheatland, we have not had any new construction for about 18 years.
Oh.
It's a little tiny pocket. A lot of people say, well, where's Wheatland? You know, what's out there? Nothing out, you know. But the thing is it's a small little like nestled away community that's within driving distance to a lot of places. So I'm gonna and
Let me get your presentation.
Okay. What? So I've been with K-Hop BNN for about almost 14 years coming this April, and I've been across California since 2009.
There you go.
The year when was the hardest, most difficult time to sell even. And your leader here is very right. You have to go out there and you have to find your, I say, selling opportunities for those objections, and you are a problem solver for your clients. Rob here just started with that company, coming from also Richmond American. He's been new home business for about 5 years. And so we are a different kind of builder. Let me know when you're ready. You're ready? Okay. So this is my community. We're Aspire Calaterra Ranch. And a lot of builders out there over the hot market kind of said, oh, go away, realtor, we don't need to, you know, we don't pay you anything.
Zero commission.
We give consistent community commissions to all our agents, because you are our selling partner. And we want to make sure that you continue to have that relationship with us. And I've known Afton, you guys know Afton, I've known her for many years. And even when I was selling here at Thomas. And what we did, build a relationship, and you can pre-register with confidence. And with us, you can pre-set your appointment for your client. If you have like an open house, can't make it, there's forms that I've provided, so they'll email them to you. You can send them directly to us. We can do virtual and in-person appointments with our community specialists online as well that will register. Now, a lot of real estate agents are so afraid they're going to steal their customers. Don't you think that, okay? Just go ahead and register your client. They will put it on our calendar, and you just got to tell them that you're their agent and you set up the appointment. Just give them the name and information. And whether you attend in person or not, we'll still give you your credit, because we are continuously going to get 3% for the referral, right? Because you are the reason why they came to us and why they came from us. If they go into contract, just have your W-9 and your broker information ready, because we do everything. This is the easy part, you guys. We get to do the contract. We get to do all of the paperwork. All you have to do is bring us that customer, and you and us as a team will get them through the door.
Have the same phone.
And I want to say, if you're looking for the W-9, you don't have to call our office. It's on the hub. So you go to our website, go to resources on the hub, the W-9 page, you download and say, here you go. Send it right to them. There you go.
And everything we do now is DocuSign. Every document your client ever will sign in the addendum is through our system, and you always get a carbon copy of it, so that way you can send it to you guys. Okay. Now, Wheatland Aspire Calaterra is our newest product line in California. Wheatland was selected to be the pilot series for a new brand of home building style. So the looks program, you know, here Lenora has that EI, where everything's included. Where K-Hop and we have this new looks program where everything's been curated and designed by designers in New York, and they put all these beautiful palettes together, known as the Elements, the Loft, and the Farmhouse. And these are interior finishes. All of this is available online. Our current community offers 5 single-family home designs. They are 1 to 2 story, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths, starting in the high 400s. Extra suite pluses are available in some of our plans. Den and office spaces are also available per plan, ranging from 1711 to 2540 square feet, giving your clients plenty of room to grow and thrive. Hence the divorced family, the growing family. I actually watched something about that yesterday. It was pretty interesting because there's a lot of situational vibes. Our looks by K-Hop Manor Homes are offered with one of our 3 interior curated designs. Here you guys can scan in for our digital brochure. I don't do paper anymore. Our company has switched totally paperless, so you are able to scan this and sift through all of our floor plans. I'll show it again a little bit further. Now, Aspire for Looks has one, they can select their look, they select their palettes, add any extra finishing touches, and then know their price. Now, there's a fun part about this new line. Has anybody seen the builder give their pricing away on their website?
No,
Okay, so now you can go on our website. We're one of the first. I don't think there's anybody out there that'll say, this is how much your look's gonna cost you, or how much this refrigerator is gonna cost you, and how much your flooring is gonna be. We're going to be being completely transparent. You can design and price the home. If your client, you can just go on our website. They want to do a build, they do that. You can print it out, you can bring it to my office, you can say, hey, Rose, my client wants a farmhouse. And you'll have an actual price. It is ballpark because my pricing and products do change, but it is very, very close to what they will be buying. Okay, that's if they do the build. Inventory is a little different because I've done a lot of the selections, and so with the current market, we have a bit of inventory. Now, our Wheatland is nestled not far from Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln, Sacramento, and Yuba City. They're walking distance to the middle school and the Wheatland High School, located in a quiet, very quiet. So if you guys haven't checked out my Instagram at the end, you will see how beautiful pictures of the area. It's a quiet neighborhood. Camp Far West and recreation, boating, camping, and fishing is a short ride. Fine dining experience, the famous Hard Rock Cafe with all their fun restaurants, as well as the Toyota Amphitheater, which is just maybe 7 minutes away. We're not too far from Hill Air Force Base, which is about a 13-minute ride. So if you always work with veterans or active duty members, we give them an incentive of $1,000 for services that they do for our country, and they can buy. And I say with VA loans, I know it's harder on resale because it all fixes. So with brand new homes, it's a lot easier, smoother, and they save quite a bit of money. And our in-house lender does offer them a lot of incentives. Which leads me to my savings right there. $1,000 for the hometown here. It includes nurses, doctors, anybody that is a metaphorical firefighter, police officer. We are offering 5 1/4 rate locks right now for qualifications to apply, so it depends on the credits and things like that. As long as they close by, I think, March 31st. We do offer the 2-1 buy down rates in our in-house lender. We even have Calvet. A lot of people are talking Calvet. So we do have through the Calvet, they are specialized. If you want details on it, I can send that to you. USDA is offered out there, FHA ones as well, but keep in mind, Yuba County FHA's limits went up, so I would say only certain households will qualify. So they were actually 420. Now they're about 488. If clients need time, have them order a bill. So let's say they have credit issues. They're just right there. They need about 2 more months. And if it's going to take us 4 months to build a house, we're not afraid of writing that contract for your client. They work with our in-house lender. We have a credit enhancement program to help them evaluate their credit, and they can still buy the home and wait for their credit seasoning and then move in. So that way you don't miss out on a sale, and then you build a pipeline for yourself that'll be ready to say March, April, or May. This could be used. Build a pipeline. Okay. Tax rate out there is 1.06. Our Belarus tax, which we do have, is $250 a month. There are no HOAs and no CCNRs. And a lot of people go, why no CCNRs? Well, that's because we're an unincorporated city, so it's a little more different than the city restrictions. So we are building 145 homes. We have 8 inventory currently. These are houses that are done right now. So if you have a buyer that wants to move in 30 days and needs to get out of their house that they just sold, and if they're okay with living, about 30-minute drive to these other places, then they can come out. Phase 1 is 55 homes. Phase 2 is 90 homes. So the first section is to the right, and then the second section. I probably projections put me out there with current market conditions, maybe about 4 years. So I will be continually coming over here and providing you lunch and telling you.
been approved and slated for the area. So that place is bound to grow. Here's my digital brochure again. It is the best time to buy. A lot of people say, no, it's hard. Why? Because we were able to negotiate with builders. Because now our inventory homes, I will tell you, 2 years ago, they say, can I get a washer, dryer, refrigerator, please? I would say, no, next. But today, we are here, it's taking a little bit longer. There are plan customers that do come out. They do tell us what they're going through. I've already run into a lot of the examples that he gave because they're out looking. So as a sales consultant, we're here to call and follow up because 80% of your follow-up will buy. If you do not call them, they'll forget about you. So if you're consistent, they'll remember. I've got clients that I've known for a year before they actually bought, when they still bought. And I moved to a different community and they bought from me then. So don't give up, keep your follow-up and then bring them out to us because we'll continue to follow up for you too. Why? Because you can buy real estate in your week. Now I'm going to tell you that my colleague couldn't make it today. Her name is Jennifer Castellani. She's at our Dixon Four Seasons homestead, which is also brand new. It's similar to our LIFT program, but it's a little more hybrid. They're a gated community. You guys can follow her on her Instagram, get details for her. I'm sure she'll do a presentation soon. She's out of Dixon. Follow us on Instagram and join the lunch that I provided to you. Follow me on K_Rose for our Instagram posts. And while I hesitate, that's it. Great.
Yeah. Thank
All right.
you.
So I'll give it.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is the average lot size?
They run about 6,000 to 7,000 on phase 2. You saw there's a bigger lot, so they're gonna be a little bit more than 7 up to 9. I will say our 2-story houses do yield a bigger backyard. Our single stories are, take up most of the spaces, but I invite all of you to come and visit us. There's several different ways to get there. Don't freak out because of the country, right? But I'll tell you this, an objection. But I sold a house many years ago to a correctional officer, and he told me they are required to buy homes within a 30 to 40 mile distance. Why? Because they have to decompress from their hard days of work, so they don't take work home. So I used that as an objection handler. I'll give it to you. That busy day in the city, gives you a nice comfortable, and you got nothing but sunset, quiet and the country drive. And let me tell you, I've lived in a small town like this for the last 15 years, and my husband's from San Francisco and I'm from Santa Rosa. We were planning to move back, but now we just visit and pull our hair out when we're looking for parking. I love quiet here to our community. It's a very short drive, you guys. So mark it out there, bring them out here. And when you send me messages on our Instagram, we'll put you on we can put you on a little email blast that we do. And then you'll always get like inventories that we're selling and all the discounts. So we are definitely negotiating on all our inventory for sure, even offering up to 6%.
And pre-register your clients and you get credit. You don't have to be there.
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful thing.
And send me so-and-so, here's your information, and then I'll say, yeah, gotcha, and then we'll take it from there. Because we know that you work hard to get them to us, and so we want you to take credit for that.
I can tell you, getting a client on a new home is no easier than you'll ever have.
Yeah.
They do all the work.
We do.
They do all the work.
Yeah,
What was the starting,
we
price?
started in the high 400s, I would say 480.
Okay.
485, but on our current inventory, we are able to negotiate. So you're able to say, hey, Rose, this is where my buyers are at, and you help us with closing costs, because builders do have a little bigger pockets that they can help, because they are retail, so they want to make sure they're putting sales numbers out there. So it's very important for us to sell a home, and the longer our inventory house sits on our home community, it's kind of losing us money. So we are here to work with you to bring them over to us. We can sit and talk about what their needs are and what they want and show them these beautiful homes. I'm telling you, they are gorgeous. You guys have to come look at their farmhouse exteriors, craft exteriors, and the
the streets are blocked.
Right. Oh,
You know, you can park and still drive a something in the middle versus, you know, smaller cities where everybody's parked at the end of the day, you're like, oh, here's the yours. You know, I think,
It's easy, no, it's no problem.
did I miss anything wrong?
No.
Okay.
all right, Rose, thank you very much for coming in and enjoy the airline. Now is our annual award meeting, so.
Red
annual award
carpet.
meeting, red carpet.